Where am I going? All dressed up? Well, you know, with clothes that are presentable. There are auditions at Redlands Theater, the Footlighters. Anyway, there's auditions for The Underpants. It was written by a German gentleman, and the play form was by Steve Martin, the play story. There are 2 women parts. One is a young thing that's newly married. The other is her friend who's older. In the script it says 42, but why couldn't she be older, like me? She's a busybody and always trying to get the young thing to do stuff that she'd like to vicariously live through. So, let's go. When you're traveling along Barton Road and you come across this building here, this is the Footlighters Theater building. This is where auditions are. This is a theater in the round. There's seats over there. And there's seats behind me. Those go downstairs to the green room downstairs. It's going to be interesting. Very interesting performing like this.
It could not happen, yet it did.
No one even noticed.
In front of the neighbors, in front of strangers, and at the king's parade, for God's sakes. The king himself could have seen you. So what? But today you came along in that dress, and now with these?
I was just going to fit them on your wife.
You know who's in and out of this building. Louise is at church. You must have seen her leave.
I am taken aback.
A euphemism for from behind?
It was fun regardless. There were like 4 guys and one young girl that wanted the Louise part. She was the only one there that wanted that part. And 1, 2, was it 2 or 3 other people beside me? 2 other people beside me? Yeah. And the chubby one you just saw, and then there was an older, she was 38, that one. And then an older lady, probably in her 50s. Maybe she's older, I don't know. She looked good, but she was really good. She was almost professional like good. She'll probably get the part. Unless they've already precast it. But I had a lot of fun. I was the only one that used a German accent. And I was the only one that knew the history of the 1910s. And at the end, there's the Kaiser comes in, which would be Kaiser Wilhelm II before he abdicates and runs off to the Netherlands. None of them know that. They're just reading the play. And there's a lot of sexual innuendo. A lot. Which you don't realize that when you're reading it, but when you hear other people read it, it's like, oh my gosh. And they always had me read first. So I didn't get all of that till I heard someone else read it, which is not cool. There are auditions again tomorrow. He said if anyone wants to come back tomorrow, that's fine. You don't have to. Because he has, he knows who's who from tonight. I'm going to go back tomorrow. Because you never know. You never know. There was one guy that seemed to play off of me, and I played off of him pretty well. And he's pretty good. He has very good diction. He must have taken classes or something. He must have gone to school for it. But it was fun. And who knows? On the way home, I'm listening through music through my phone in the car, the Bluetooth thing, and all of a sudden the phone starts ringing. And on the little monitor it tells me who's calling. And I could push to accept it, and I did. It was the very first time I ever talked to someone through the car. I know the younger crowd's like, this has nothing to me, it's really something. Holy cow. And it was my friend. He's had a half an hour break, and it takes me about that long to go home. I had pulled over in a parking lot to talk to him for about 10 minutes, and I thought, I think I feel confident enough. He can hear me, and I can hear him, to drive home and talk, which is what I did. By about the time I got home, his time was up, so he had to go back in from his break. And that was really interesting. He said he'd try calling me tomorrow night to see if I think that I might have got a part or something. We talked about the play and how I put on an old Yiddish accent. You know, like I was the only one with a German accent, the only one that could, you know, whatever. I know the old routines. I know vaudeville, and I know that time period very well. When all these other people don't know that time period, they don't know how people reacted. Who knows? They don't need a historian. I don't know what the cat's looking for now. I vacuumed and washed the rugs. I ironed and hung the curtains, the white curtains on the outside, which involved me getting up on a ladder, which I did not like. I don't know, I didn't used to mind it at all, but now, if I fall and break something, that's probably the end, so I don't want to do that. I don't know, I hope I can get to sleep. I got this box in the mail today. I had ordered a waffle iron and a little jar of pain cream, so maybe that's what's in there. Yes, it's Sombra, Sombra, warm pain relief, arthritis and back pain, back rub, or it's an ointment, like a salve. It's not a salve, it's more like a cream. And it works wonders. It's amazing. My friend in San Diego told me about it. And I've been through a whole jar already, and this is just fantastic. So if you see this online, you can get it if you have bad aches and pains. This will work wonders. And the kitty cat is sitting on the other thing. You gonna move so I can show people what I got? Come on. I don't have all night. They don't have all day. Alright. It's a 4 waffle maker thing, and instead of it spilling out the sides, it has these little trenches so that if it goes, overfill goes into the side, so you can have little waffle sticks or just whatever is a little extra goes to the side instead of gushing out the front. And there's a recipe book that comes with it, and you can make hash browns and breakfast things, and all. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think Toby understands. He just sees box. Box to play with, box to sit in. Do I fit in this little tiny space? No. I'm going to try. Well, I probably won't film tomorrow. I will have a joke for you on Whoop Whoop Wednesday. And Thursday will be the results of the theater thing, I think. I didn't ask the guy how long it will take for him to make his mind up or anything. If I go tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure I will ask him then. So, upward and onward.